And we're back again with reason number 4 as a major cause of failure, according to Napoleon Hill in his timeless classic, Think and Grow Rich. Let's get into it. Insufficient education. This is a handicap which may be overcome with comparative ease. Experience has proven that the best educated people are often those who are known as self-made or self-educated. It takes more than a college degree to make one a person of education. Any person who is educated is one who has learned to get whatever he wants in life without violating the rights of others. Education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. Men are paid not merely for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with that which they know. Let me read the last 2 sentences again. Education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. So in previous videos, we have talked about how we can get knowledge by seeking peers, mentors, by reading material, by watching videos, and seeking people who are perhaps in the same industry, or seeking out people who have that knowledge that you don't have and including them in your team, which we spoke of as the mastermind. So I read the next sentence. Men are paid not merely for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with that which they know. So let me break it down for you. I'll give an example. So it's like going to college and getting a degree, or university and getting a degree in something. Let's say a physics degree, right? In the course of life, for whatever you end up doing, let's say you end up even in the fields or industry of physics. However, you don't apply that knowledge. How do I break it down? Whatever you learned in school, all that information that it took you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, depending on the level of education that you got, you're not going to be paid according to the years of schooling that you did that made you obtain all that information about physics. You are going to be paid according to the work, the scope of work you are given. So if you have a PhD in physics, and for example, let's say you become a high school teacher in physics, you're only going to be paid a high school physics teacher's salary. If you have a PhD and you go and work in a university as an assistant professor, you're only going to get the salary of an assistant professor of PhD. If you become the main professor, you're going to get the salary of a main professor. If you become a department head in the physics department, you're going to be paid the salary of a department head. You see where I'm going with this? What you do with the knowledge that you have in your head is the equivalent, or there's going to be somewhat of a comparison monetary figure that you're going to be paid. If you work for NASA and you have a PhD in physics, you're going to be paid a NASA salary. That's where I'm going, and I really hope that I'm clear with that. And that's just one example. So apply yourself more, apply the knowledge that you have more, so that you can gain mastery of it, and so that you can have don't be afraid to move up and level up and keep on expanding your territory. For example, if you're a physics high school teacher, try and get a job at a university as an assistant professor, and then move up and keep on moving and moving. Don't be afraid to push the boundaries. Now, let me say something. There is great honor in being a teacher to high school students, to undergrad students, to master students, to PhD students. I'm not shaming anybody, but I am just giving basic examples for people to understand my meaning. If you want to experience great things, great career development, you have to be able to push the boundaries. If you want to get increase in salaries, you have to increase or extend your boundaries. Do not be afraid to grow. Do not be afraid to challenge yourself for greater things. And that is how you will succeed. If you don't grow, you are going to die, in the words of Myron Golden. If you don't grow, you're going to remain stagnant, and information and education is obsolete. It keeps on changing like every 18 months or so. So you have to keep on refreshing your memory, keeping up with the times, and even perhaps creating new standards, creating new education, teaching people more, and so on and so forth. So I hope the encouragement for this video is that we won't be stunted with the education that we have, but we will continue to endeavor to seek more education and expand our territories so we can be successful as the time goes by, as days go by, years go by, as decades go by, and that we will ensure our success with this information. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.